it's not focusing. Focus. Oh man. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Crystal. If you are old here, my name is still Crystal. And today is February 29th. So to everyone whose birthday it is this year, happy birthday to you. It's leap year! Today's video is going to be my March TBR. Oh my god, I'm doing the laundry and it's so loud. Can you hear it? I hope not. But we're gonna keep it on because you know why? Because real life, when I am not working, I am doing the laundry pretty much all day. So today's video, as I said, is going to be my March TBR. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit ambitious, and considering I did not finish my February TBR, which we will get into tomorrow when I do my February wrap up, I'm a little scared. Should I probably take books off of it? Yes. Am I going to? No. But let's get into it. Let's go. I wanted to show off my Kwamis, but they're so short and small that I'm covering them. The first book that I am going to read in March, starting tomorrow, like literally tomorrow, I'm going to start reading this. I am going to finish my last book of February today. Actually don't think that I'm gonna finish, but you know, we're gonna try our best. That's all you can do, you know. But the first book that is on my March TBR, and I feel like nobody will be surprised about this, or you might be surprised for a different reason, and I will tell you that reason after I introduce the book. The first book that I am going to read in March, and I am so excited, is Glow of the Everflame by Pen Cole. I could not buy the books after I finished Spark of the Everflame because of my book buying ban, and I was trying really hard to be good, and I succeeded. So these were my first purchases when my temporary lift of the ban was lifted. This is going to be my first read of March. Read it and weep. And now I said that you may be surprised for another reason. You may be surprised that I am not caught up with the Kindred's Curse saga because of how hard I go for this series, but I am just so excited for it and what else Pen Cole is going to come out with, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's just something about this series. There is something in this series that is just making me crazy for it, and maybe it's Luther. What? Just kidding. But I'm so excited. I want to start it now, but I will not because I have to finish my last book of February. It is not the last book on my TBR, but again, we will talk about that tomorrow, and my third failure of a video. Just kidding. So, oh, this will be my first book of March. My second book of March is Heat of the Everflame by Pen Cole, and this book, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it, is big. She's huge. She's so big. So like I said, we're being very ambitious this month. The next book I am going to read is A Game of Fate by Scarlett St. Clair. This is Hades' perspective of A Touch of Darkness, which was from Persephone's perspective. And so I'm going to read this next and see what is going on with Hades. I heard people like this series a lot more than the A Touch of Darkness series. So I'm really excited to see why. The next book I am going to read in March is A Touch of Ruin by Scarlett St. Clair, which is again from Persephone's perspective, but is part of the Persephone and Hades saga. The next book I am going to read is A Game of Retribution by Scarlett St. Clair. That was my cat's food bowl going off. So this is the second book from Hades' perspective, and I'm assuming it is this book's, like they go together, I think. Pretty sure. So, quite excited for that. Next, I have A Touch of Malice by Scarlett St. Clair, and then A Game of Gods. And this one is the biggest one in the series, so I'm a little scared. You can see why I said that this month was going to be quite ambitious. And I am a bit scared, but I'm gonna try my diddly darnliest bestiest. And I don't have this book yet, this next book that I'm going to read. It is releasing on March 12th, but I will insert a picture here. And I do have this book pre-ordered. It is A Touch of Chaos by Scarlett St. Clair. I have heard that this is the last book, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, I have 2 more books that I am going to hopefully, like really hopefully, because I really do want to get to this. I don't know what order I'm going to read it in yet, but we'll see. Anyways, the next book, I think I mentioned that I would potentially start this book in March, or this series in March, so I'm really excited. I'm going to read Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and this has been a long time coming. As I said, I was going to starting with Throne of Glass, and yes, so I have decided that I am going to read every single Sarah J. Maas book this year. So I want to be caught up by the end of this year. And I have a little calendar of how or what order I'm going to read the books in. So basically, I know that there are different Throne of Glass reading orders. There's like the purist reading order, the romantic reading order, but the order that I'm going to read it in is what is considered the most impactful emotionally, because I think it's more plot driven, and then the other order is like if you want the like more romantic, romance driven order, then you read that one, but I wanted like the plot driven order. So I'm going to read Throne of Glass in March. So this is going to be I guess a little preview to my next, how many? 9? I can't math. 9 TBRs, I think. So yeah, this is going to be a preview to my next 9 TBRs. But in April, I am going to be reading Crown of Midnight and the Assassin's Blade. In May, I am going to be reading Heir of Fire and Queen of Shadows. In June, I'm going to be reading Empire of Storms in tandem with Tower of Dawn. In July, I'm going to read Kingdom of Ash and reread A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh my god, where's my voice? In August, I will be reading A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of... In August, I will be I will be reading A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin. A Court of Wings and Ruin. Okay. In September, I will be reading A Court of Frost and Starlight and A Court of Silver Flames. In October, I will start the Crescent City series, but I'm going to read 1 book a month starting in October. And I'm going to read House of Earth and Blood. In November, I'm going to read House of... I can't remember. In November, which is my birthday month, I am going to read House of Sky and Breath. House of Sky and Breath. And finally, in December, I will be reading a whole almost year later, House of Earth and Shadows. Nope. House of Flame. Oh my god, what is it called? And finally, in December, almost a year later, I will be reading House of Flame and Shadow. I decided to break it up that way because obviously I wanted to make room for other books, and I don't want to just read one book a month or 1 or 2 books a month, but I felt like I wanted to slowly read and absorb the mass verse. And obviously Crescent Cities, those books are huge, and I know there are some big books in each of the series, but because all of the Crescent City books are huge, I just wanted to focus on one of those books a month so that I didn't get like, you know, two. Yeah. Finally, because I am paying for Kindle Unlimited, I am going to make it a point to put one KU book on each of my TBRs. So for the month of March, I'm going to read, if it opens, I am going to read A Court This Cruel and Lovely, and I wanted to make sure I was still knocking out books from my 24 of 2024, and I also mentioned in my unboxing video that this was on Kindle Unlimited, and so I decided that this was going to be my first book. I was actually going to start reading How to Fake It with a Fae. Like I already have it on here. I'm gonna save that. I think I want to prioritize what is on my 24 of 2024, at least for some, you know, I mean, I have 2 on there. So I have Throne of Glass and I have A Court of Frost. A Court This Cruel and Lovely. So I think I'm doing all right. And yeah, and so that is my TBR. Now I wanted to do a little preview of videos that are to come in March, and I have decided that with every mass verse book that I read, I'm going to do a reading vlog. So I have that to look forward to. That's gonna be fun. And of course, I'm going to be reading the Kindred's Curse saga and reviewing it, I guess. I don't know if I want to do spoilery reviews. I think what I can do is I'll do a whole like first section of no spoilers, and then I'll put like a little warning that the next section of the video is going to have spoilers, I think. Because I kind of want to do a spoilery mass verse reading vlog series as well. I don't know, I just want to be able to talk about like everything freely. What? Siri, I'm not talking to you. So after my February wrap up, which I'm hopefully going to post tomorrow, I am going to do a book haul of all the books that I bought when my book buying ban was temporarily lifted for my New York trip. So I'm very excited about that because I'm going to share the books I bought, but I also bought some bookish like items. I got quite a few tote bags, and so I'm just excited to share that with you guys. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this little spam of videos that I did. Those 2 weeks that I didn't post anything, I was like filming stuff and doing stuff for my YouTube, but I just was not finishing or editing them. But now they're all up there for you to enjoy. So I will see you in my next video, which will be tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.